Welcome to this first video of my tutorial series. In these videos I'm going to show how to solve certain issues that you can find when restoring or working with old computers, and I'll be making them when I find them on my main videos, but I'll make them on separate videos so you can access them easily, so they will only affect to the videos in question. So I think that it will be better to show them in separate shorter videos. In this video I'm going to show you how to deal with those. If you have worked with any kind of laptops, it's probable that you have faced those horrible things, those CMOS batteries which are connected with a wire to the motherboard, and which are a pain to deal with, because you need either specialized tools, or hire someone to replace them, or buy them already made, which in the case of our computers is not always possible. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you a quick method to replace those batteries with a very few simple tools. The only thing you need are a couple of pliers, some thermal covering of the kind which shrinks when you apply heat to it. I'm sorry, I don't know the technical name for this in English, so please bear with me. And the only other tool you need is a hair dryer, which can give heat with the airflow. So the first part is opening the original cover. You can do it with any kind of scissors, you don't need anything special to do it. You peel the battery, and once the battery is peeled, you need the pliers to carefully rip off the contacts from the battery. You have to do it carefully, trying to preserve the integrity of the contacts as much as possible, in order for them to make proper contact. Normally the one attached to the red wire is going to be on the positive pole of the battery, and the black one is going on the negative. But if you get one which isn't so clearly marked as this one, you can easily mark them with a sticker or something like that. So we remove the contacts from the original battery. You see, we have removed them. Now we flatten the contacts again using the same pliers, or if you have bigger ones available, it will make the process slightly faster. But those small ones with the rounded head will suffice for this task. Now you now only need a piece of this thermal covering. You need a piece which is obviously big enough so the battery can fit inside. So now I think I did cut. So now you push the battery in. Okay, this one is the positive. So you squeeze the connector here, the negative on the negative pole. When finished squeezing the battery inside, okay, in this case you can see how it's a bit hard because the covering I have is too tight for this, so squeeze it inside, positive here, negative here, and now you only need the hair dryer. At this point is advisable that you use pliers to hold the battery, because the thermal covering will get hot enough to burn your fingers, to slightly burn your fingers if you hold it with your bare fingers. But don't worry, because the temperature will not get hot enough to compromise the battery inside, and in any case you will be done in a couple of minutes. So you now only have to as you can see, the thermal covering is keeping the contacts firmly attached to the battery. You now only need to wait for a moment until the plastic is cold enough so you can safely operate it. You have seen how I have already waited a few seconds and I didn't even burn, but you still need to hold it with the pliers, because if not, the hot air might burn you. So now you only need to cut the excess of plastic and it's done. You have now a perfect battery replacement for any laptop which might use it. I'm going to say that you have to make sure that the contacts have the maximum possible contact surface with the battery. That's why you have to flatten them as much as possible after ripping them off. And also I want to make clear that this method works for any computer which has that kind of CMOS battery. It doesn't matter if it is if it is a modern computer or a retro one. If the battery has an arrangement like this, it will work. Now you only wait a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, until the battery cools down, and you can place it on your computer, and it will likely work. Well, now you can see here the BIOS of the machine. I'm having some trouble with it detecting the internal screens because it's a machine which I'm repairing for another video. And now let me check the configuration. Display, boot display device, LCD. Okay, and now I'm going to configure the date, which is okay, F10, yes. Okay, now I'm going to turn it off. Take down the energy connector. And wait for a couple of minutes. Well, a couple of minutes have passed, so it would be enough for it to have lost the configuration if the battery wasn't working, so let's turn it on and let it try to boot. Of course, it's not going to boot because it doesn't have a hard drive or anything else, but it shouldn't give any BIOS, any date or hour related error. And you see it is trying to boot. Of course it is not going to boot because media test failure, of course, operating system not found. So if we reboot and access the BIOS, and let's go date time. You can see how the configuration has been properly kept. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that the date is the correct date. So you have seen that this works properly. So I hope that you have found this useful, and I hope to see you on the next one, both on my main videos and on these tutorial ones whenever they happen.